Hello. It's time once again for your favorite attorney and mine, Aaron Stringer, who's going to guide us through the maze of legacy made clear, right direct from his office of Red Cliff Legal in St. George, California. Aaron, how you doing today?
Doing well, yeah. Having a good day. A little under the weather, got a little cold here, so if I sound funny, that's why.
You sound great. Hang on, let me fix that. Okay, you should be fine now.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, digital healing. But don't sue me if it doesn't work because you're an attorney. Hey, we've had some questions about what should be included in an estate planning emergency binder. I've had some experience with this with my parents, but I want you to fill us in on the details.
Yeah, so I think being organized is goes a long way. So, and I think maybe you can share about this your experience, but it's when it comes down to needing something like this, you're probably in a fairly stressful and emotional state of mind. And so to have all of the important documents in one place, well organized, can really go a long way to help your family figure out what they need to do, who they need to contact, what needs to happen, what the next steps are. So by having everything from your estate planning documents, so if you have your trust, your will, your power of attorney, your healthcare power of attorney, if you have all that in one place, along with information about your assets, so what property you own, where you bank, and the account numbers, all of that information can be very helpful to someone as they're just kind of stepping in, trying to figure out what they're supposed to do. So having it in one place can make that a much easier process for them.
Yeah, I can tell you from personal experience. My mom in particular did that for me and my brother. Hers was more than an estate planning emergency binder. It was more like two of those, and then the big thick ones, like 3 inches thick, three ring
Yeah,
binders. She wanted to make sure that we didn't have to worry about anything when they died because she knew it was going to be stressful enough. So to take that burden off of us, she made clear she had left detailed written instructions about everything. So we just needed to follow the instructions. It was like
yeah,
a manual. So it had the estate, the plan, the trust, all of the financial information, um, the mortuary, everything was done. And it was kind of like, okay, you need to call this guy. Here's his phone number. He's open on Tuesdays and Thursdays, except Wednesday he's open at 9. It's like, it was incredibly detailed. It made it really, really simple for us to do that.
yeah,
She also did something a little bit unusual, is that in the emergency binder, she had put packets of emergency cash in case there were any other additional expenses, so we didn't have to go through the attorneys and wait for whatever long time to get money. There was packets of emergency cash. And then she did something really unusual. She actually left instructions as to where there were additional envelopes of emergency cash stashed throughout the house in case somebody got a hold of the binder by accident, or maybe there was a person that didn't want to have access to this binder since I was the executor. And she gave very detailed instructions. Okay, on the second bookshelf, third book from the left, on page 39, there's an envelope with $5,000.
wow,
Sure enough, there it was.
yeah, good for
And
her.
then, yeah, then she had all of her, stock portfolio and all this stuff. So
Yeah,
I can bear testimony that this thing really works good and everyone should do it.
yeah,
I
and
know I'm
one
stealing your thunder since you're the attorney, but from a
no, I
personal
love hearing the
standpoint,
experiences.
oh,
I love hearing how it actually works in real life. And I think one other thing to mention that's very relevant today, more and more, are things like digital assets. So
yeah,
passwords, what accounts you have. So usernames and passwords can be very helpful as well as you try to get into the bank accounts or whatever else and take care of what needs to be done there.
that's a really good point. She actually did that for us because she had some genealogy accounts
Okay.
and she gave us the passwords to those that had our family history and all this stuff that she wanted to pass down through the generations. And I thought that was really cool. So,
Yeah.
yeah, those were really good. Anything else that we need to be aware of? Oh, also, I think it's good for like, not just when they die, but if they're incapacitated,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, definitely. That healthcare directive can be very useful along with the power of attorney so that someone can just find it, make a copy of it or whatever is needed so they can go to the healthcare provider or the bank again,
Yeah.
to take care of what they need to do um, and have easy access to that.
So I'll bet you could be of assistance in helping someone put together their emergency binder.
I
Yeah.
can, yes.
So how do we get a hold of you?
So you can reach out to me by phone. Phone number is 435-817-9187. And email also works great, astringer@redcliffelegal.com.
Great. And be sure to visit Aaron's website, also redcliffelegal.com. And don't forget to listen, watch, subscribe, and share to all of his podcasts that have been archived on YouTube, all the major podcast channels on his website, and everything you need. In fact, you should put those in your emergency binder. They're that good.
All right.
I'll see you again next time, Aaron. Thanks. Take
All
care.
right. Thank you.